Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Okay, remove the Allen screws and flat washers from pressing connector 13. 13 is pressing connector. This is the thing that latches the seat in place. So you can just push down on the bar and slide the seat forward and back and adjust it. Okay, got those out. Then I install this. This bar is towards the front. Like this. And once again, there's two screws going in. I always like this, that they have multiple screws attaching things together. It's a well-made piece of equipment. Start both of them before you tighten either one. They seem to start rather easily. Make sure you put the lock washers back on them. Now put the seat onto the seat support bracket and secure with screw set 23. Screw set number 23. Kind of wiggle the seat around so the screws line up. And spin them down in with your fingers and tighten them up. I slide this onto here. I want to make sure I get that wire tucked up there like that. Then that slides over. That bar comes up like this. And when you want to lock it, you slide it into position, then press down on the lever and it locks in place. You're supposed to do that while you're seated on the machine and you use the pedals to push yourself back and forth. Okay. And that's deep pile carpet, it doesn't roll. Now I put the back on. But first I put on a little block. $19 and $34. 19 is this little plastic block here, which keeps the seat from sliding off. Little plastic block. Number 19 is held in place in that screw hole by screw number 34. This side is curved, that goes up against the frame. This side has the head countersunk into it. So this goes out. And I'm pretty sure what that's for is to make it so that you don't accidentally slide the seat off the back and end up sitting on this, on your back, on the floor. Which I'm sure would be most upsetting. Let's see, I've got the stop put on. We are done with page 13 in the instructions. Now we're on to page 14, where we assemble attach the front handlebar 5 to the front post. Secure with 2 Allen screws, 2 spring washers, then cover the decorative cover for handlebar. Okay, in this particular instance, because I'm sitting here, and it will not make a difference in the order of the world, I'm going to put the rear handle on because I'm a lot closer to it and I don't have to rearrange everything. So to do that, attach the rear handlebar 06 to the seat support bracket, secure with 2 curved washers and 2 Allen screws, number 26. Are rather long, so that they can go all the way through that handlebar. Two curved washers. So one bolt goes through, curved washer attached.
Oh, are the hands that high up?
No,
I was gonna say,
they're just sitting on my lap.
it seems like they were upside down. But perhaps not.
They're just doing that so I can get the bolts in. That's just not where they go. They go down here.
Oh.
Okay. Now I connect the hand pulse wire to the hand pulse wire. Hand pulse wire is in the back. here, and this one comes out of the handlebars, and there. And the wire inside there will come out and allow this to slide forward. When you hold on to these, there's an electrical connection between these two that checks your pulse.
Oh.
Or else it gives you an electrical charge and makes your pulse start. I don't know.
You ride really fast then. It's turbocharged.
I don't think I could reach the front handlebars once I get them assembled. You know, if I sat on the seat, I don't think I could reach the handlebars.
Oh.
Maybe that's something where you slide forward to do that. I don't know.
You can.
Okay. Now that I'm around to the front, I'm going to hook up the front handlebars. And they're in the upright position. They go like this. Like this. 2 Allen screws number 29 and 2 spring washers number 42. This looks to be semi-adjustable because there's a gap between the handlebars and the seat, so you can rotate them a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit.
I got that kind because I wanted to be able to sit back and have the handles where I was sitting back, so I could hold on to it. If you lean forward, you'd then have more of a regular bicycle profile.
Okay, I have to stop for a little bit.
Have you ever ridden on one of those before?
Mm-mm.
You'll like it. It is good on your back.
Next is the seat, but I'm going to sit down for some time for, oh, wait a minute. Decorative cover. Yes, I do like doing that with a jackknife. When I made my first crossbow, the thing I liked about it was the trigger clicked. You put the trigger in position and you pull it back and they go click. Thought that was really neat.
What was the movie with the switchblade? What was the movie with the switchblade and the guy calling it different kinds of blades?
Sling blade.
Sling blade, that's it.
It wasn't switchblade, it was sling blade.
Yeah, I did.
Some people call it Kaiser knife.
Yeah.
We call it sling belly. There.
It looks really cool.
Yep. Be easy to get on and off too.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I didn't have to lift my leg up to get on it. To put it over the top, you know.
Needs the back pad.
It probably, yeah. Although without the back pad, you kind of get some kind of spinal adjustment, I think.
I don't think so.
You just get a really hard bar on your spine. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I'd have to move the seat farther forward.
Yeah,
I've got it all the way back.
Yeah, I do too. But that's nice how easy it is.
You're supposed to wear shoes.
Most of the time I didn't. It was easier for me to put my feet in there without the shoes.
Now that I have the exercise bicycle in the room where it's going to be, I'm going to get the seat pad mounted on it. They certainly did go heavy on the tape. Attach the back cushion to the seat support bracket. Secure with screw set 24. Screw set number 24 is right here. More nice little hex head cap screws. That's the last items that come out of that. And I won't need the jackknife anymore. And I won't need the wrench anymore. Put the bolt through there. Line it up. There's 4 bolts and 4 holes. So I take the 4 screws and strap them with my fingers. And then spin the screws down with the hex key. Now this last step I started yesterday, and I'm just finishing it now because first I had to clean the room. We had a bed sitting where this exercise bike is. Now it's time to mount the instrument panel. That is on page 9. Take the crosshead screws which pre-assemble on the back of computer 32. Connect the upper sensor wire and the hand pulse wire to the computer 32. Then attach the computer 32 to the front post, and secure with 4 crosshead screws. Okay. How do I know which is which? There's 2 females and a male. Doesn't matter on 10, it matters on 11, and 11 is a different polarity. At least that's my interpretation of it. It would be nice to say there's no difference between the 2 wires on the left. I would want to have that in the work instructions. Because you try and write work instructions, or assembly instructions in this case, to a 4th grade level. And that's a 4th grade in the standard American school system curriculum. Wire number 11 connects to this. So this is the female side, and this is the only male. Just like that. The only thing I'm not impressed with, that's the one mistake that they've made, which you don't want to do that on the last page of the work instructions. You don't want to make a mistake that makes it so that the whole thing falls apart like a house of cards. You want to have everything work. Now that implies to me that you cannot make a mistake on this that would be fatal. In other words, would make it so that the project didn't work. But that's not something to make me feel good. I want to have it be something that is so clear and understandable that a 4th grader would completely understand the process and be able to read all the words. It also doesn't tell you which hole the screws go into. So here I am making a mistake that would have been easily avoided. Also given the option, I would have put the handlebars on after putting the computer on. Because the handlebars are right in the way of mounting the computer. There. Screws are on. Now, put the batteries in. Lift up on that little tab and pull this out. Now, it's pretty much been a standard that the flat part of the battery goes up against the spring and the pointed end goes against the little metal tab. But it's also standard practice to mark positive and negative. This is the positive end on the battery, and it has a plus on the side of the case. And this is the negative end of the battery, and it has a minus marked on the end of the case. So I put the minus up against the spring. And I compress the spring and push the thing in there. And I engage these two little tabs in the notches in the top. Latch it into place. And there we have it all mounted. And this is evidently made for an American market because this computer reads in miles, not millimeters or meters or kilometers. So now we set about adjusting the computer, which I think will be by far the hardest part of the whole thing. With the computer hooked up, it was a matter of about 40 minutes spent pushing the buttons and learning which buttons went where and how to stop it when I wanted it to. And I will be happy to have that as a separate part of the video, but really, if you're only interested in how to put the thing together, then I'm not going to bore you with all the little things I had to learn to get the buttons to work. I will put that in the third part, but I'm not going to have it in this second part because it's just unnecessary. Okay, that's the entire recumbent bike user manual except for the Bluetooth and the exercises, which I will leave to your imagination. This second half of the assembly process took almost as long as the original, mostly because it's working with a computer, and the computer is they're computers. But it seemed to be fairly easy, and if you follow the directions with an eye towards possible typos, you should be fine. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
Not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.